Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a little minute. My name is Tess. I am a licensed esthetician. In today's video, I wanted to bring you a very highly requested Glymed Plus haul. I know there's a lot of interest in Glymed, and if you don't know what it is a professional skincare brand. It is one of the main lines that I work with myself. Their formulas are based on plant botanicals and very heavily backed and clinically trialed formulas intended to produce results for our clients and at the same time for the esthetician. It is a brand that I think they've been through a lot since their inception. They've definitely had some growing pains. I'm not going to say they're perfect, but I will say for myself, I don't think I would be where I am today as a business without the support of Glymed. Just to give a little bit of backstory, I was working at a medical spa when COVID hit. We all kind of went home for a couple days, then a couple weeks, then a couple months. A lot of estheticians were sitting at home, kind of just wondering what is in store for us in our future, what comes next. At that time, I realized I had a lot of demand from my peers and friends and some people who followed me online to help them with their skin goals. So that's what I started doing from home without seeing them in person, without touching their face because we couldn't at the time. And from that, my business was born. I now have a all virtual skincare coaching practice where I'm able to help my clients with their home care, with their goals, with obstacles that might be standing in the way of their skin progress. I mainly see acne clients, but I also treat hyperpigmentation, rosacea, and aging concerns. I started working with different professional formulas, and at the time Glymed was not the big brand it is today. I heard a little bit of buzz from, friends, but it was in no way this massive brand. And I think that's been part of their growing pains. They went from being, a smaller brand that a few esties knew about to this major brand with a huge social audience who a lot of big esthetician influencers were promoting. And with that, they've really had to, acclimate to so much growth in such a quick period of time. But I will say my business would not be where it is today without the support of Glymed. Their region store, which is available to estheticians, and I'll put a link to sign up for that in the description box. But that region store really supported me because my audience is obviously not just people living in my immediate neighborhood. It's, people all over the country who want to shop the best skincare available. And I really think Glymed is an amazing brand that is accessible to people. That's something they started doing, and I think they were really ahead of the curve with that in offering a website that estheticians could share with their clients so their clients could pick it up in the spa, or they could go home and purchase it online, which a lot of people want to do anyway. So I think Glymed was really smart in meeting the consumer where they were at and also supporting estheticians during that time where we couldn't be a brick and mortar, we couldn't have retail. So I owe a lot to Glymed, and I really love and appreciate their formulas. One thing I really love about Glymed is they are really founded based on powerful plant-based botanicals and clinical research and providing amazing results for the esthetician and the client. So I really love that they meld those worlds together. For me, that is what I look for in a brand, and I think Glymed has a really strong understanding of both treating the skin with active ingredients and supporting happy, healthy barrier function. Whereas I feel like a lot of professional brands are mainly geared toward just the active ingredients. I find with Glymed formulas, something they do very well is really combining supportive ingredients, hydrating ingredients, healing ingredients, always in a formula when they are incorporating active ingredients such as retinol, benzoyl peroxide, glycolic acid, salicylic acid. So they really focus on the most well-proven acids and ingredients, but they also are on the cutting edge with a lot of new formulas, a lot of ingredients you don't see super often in products, such as fulvic acid and high-quality CBD. So that is my Glymed spiel. I am going to do a haul, walk you through everything I bought. I will link it below. I'll also link my storefront, so you can shop professional skincare all day if you want. You do not have to be an esthetician. You don't have to be a client to shop from my authorized store. You do have to use the authorized store label instead of just Googling Glymed Plus. You want to go through a professional link so you make sure you get the real product. There have been some issues with diversion and brands putting Glymed on the label when it's not really Glymed. So shop through your professionals, support your professionals. What's really cool about the storefront is you can search by concern, you can search by skin type, and I really applaud Glymed for making professional skincare accessible to the masses. I think that was a huge pain point, was, you know, consumers over here wanting results for their skin, estheticians over here in their brick and mortars, and there being this barrier because not everyone is going in for spa treatments, especially on a regular basis. Most people aren't. Instead, they're at CVS, they're at Sephora, they're on Amazon shopping for their skincare. So for Glymed to bridge that gap and make professional skincare accessible, I think has really changed the industry, and it's really supported estheticians. You know, we've seen things like COVID happen, which we never would have expected, and we would have just assumed we could always do spa treatments for as long as we wanted to. All of a sudden, what happens one day when that goes away? You can't be open. How do you support yourself as a skin professional? Do you change careers? Do you go into debt? Or can you focus on supporting your clients from home with retail, or, you know, supplementing now whatever you're doing with more of an emphasis on home care and retail? And what I've realized through having an all virtual practice where I'm never touching anyone's skin is that what we put on the skin every single day, twice a day, really makes the biggest difference. And that's no shade against spa treatments. I think they're obviously amazing. Many skin types need and depend on them, but I think any savvy esthetician will agree if our clients have to choose between home care and treatments, we're always going to suggest the home care, because that really adds up, what we put on our face every day, all year round. Before we get into the video, please hit thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more. I am really excited about making more content in 2023, but I do need your help in telling me what videos you would like to see, because I have no idea at this point. The first product I want to talk about is often slept on. This is the For Men Essential Face Cleanser. I did buy one of these for Dylan. I also bought one for myself, because this is actually one of my favorite body washes when I'm in the mood for something scented. Most times I will use my low foam, but there's days you just want, you know, you want a little something something. So this does have a stronger fragrance to it. Fragrance is something I want to talk about because you will see it on the label, and a lot of consumers have been taught to be afraid of fragrance, or that that's the main thing they should be looking into to know if a product is good or bad. I really don't agree with that, and many of you probably know I make products that are all fragrance free. That has a lot to do with consumer demand nowadays, but I don't necessarily feel I'm against fragrance in any way, and here is why. Fragrance is such a broad category. It basically means any any ingredient that is added for the purpose of scent must be identified as fragrance on the label. But fragrance is a very broad category. It could mean perfume, and it could mean a plant extract, something like kiwi extract. This may be no different from the other ingredients you see on the label, but if it is added for the purpose of making a product smell a certain way so that it's more enticing for the consumer, it has to be listed as fragrance. But it's not necessarily a bad thing and something that you need to avoid if you are sensitive, which many of us have been taught to believe. But this is a great everyday cleanser for the guy in your life. Dylan really likes this one. He'll also shave with it, and it's very soothing, gentle. You're able to use it every day, twice a day. And fun fact about any of the Glymed cleansers, you can also use them as a body wash. Next up, we have Oxygen Deep Pore Cleanser. Definitely a classic Glymed SKU. You will see this on social media a lot because it's visually very fun to watch. You basically apply a couple of pumps to your hand. Kind of comes out as like a creamy soap slash lotion. You apply it, and you don't want to do too much manipulation when you apply it because the product already works for itself. So you apply it, and then over time you leave it on for about 5 to 7 minutes. It will start bubbling up, and you'll see this really cool layer of white foam on the skin. It's basically the oxygen percolating into the follicle and creating a chemical reaction where it looks kind of bubbly. Because Glymed uses nasturtium for their oxygen product, it's an amazing way to fight acne that's still quite gentle and tolerable. Generally, with any active and with this product, I would suggest starting out just once a week and working up to more. You can use it 2 to 3 times a week, but here's the thing you never learn from labels. They never mention, you know, what else you're using in the routine. So this is probably assuming you don't use other actives and exfoliants or retinol on a nightly basis. I know for me, if I use this and then a retinol, it's just too much for my skin. Some people could definitely tolerate it, so it's not a hard no that it can't mix with other actives, but for me, this is plenty on its own. So I tend to choose one active for the day or night. All skin types can use this. It's amazing for clients with blackhead congestion. We know when oxygen is present, acne cannot survive, and blackheads are actually a very mild form of acne. I just had a client send me her 2-week progress picture update, and she was using this product in conjunction with some others, but her skin looks so much happier, so much cleaner and clearer. I really love this product for those with blackheads and that type of just congested skin that really needs a good deep clean. Blackheads are actually the mildest form of acne. They are still acne nonetheless, even though they tend to be pretty harmless if they stay non-inflamed, and most people do have blackheads to some extent. This is a really nice way to clean them out and get the feeling of a professional treatment at home. Next up, we have the Skin Restoring Fulvic Elixir. Yes, I bought the back bar size so that I could actually start treating my body this year. That is a skincare goal for me. I do have some hyperpigmentation, a little bit of KP, just dry skin, so I am focused on actually treating my body this year and not just my face. So what I've been doing after the shower is putting Fulvic Elixir all over my body and putting my moisturizer on top. So this is a very, very popular Glymed Plus product. It is, again, a very unique ingredient, fulvic acid, that is such a critical antioxidant. It's so powerful. It's been utilized in the medical field for a while now, but you don't see it in skincare products very often. Something I love about Fulvic Elixir is that it is antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. It's amazing to support acne with hydrating and healing ingredients, but also fight the bacteria at the same time. Basically, the reason we get an acne breakout is we have an accumulation of dead skin cell buildup, oil, bacteria piling up and mixing in the pore, along with our normal hormonal fluctuations. That is the root cause, or the reason an acne impaction happens. So if you can support acne prone skin with an antibacterial formula that's also very hydrating and healing, it's a win-win. You can use this product every day, twice a day. As with anything, my motto is always patch test and always ease things into the routine slowly. You don't want to go purchase 10 new professional grade products when you've never used, concentrated formulas like that and start incorporating them all day one. This is something I do with my clients. I lay out a schedule where we're slowly easing onto each product and patch testing everything before we really dive in. That way you can avoid a lot of problems, because anyone can have an allergy to a certain ingredient. So it's really important to patch test. But Fulvic Elixir tends to be pretty well tolerated. Next up, we have the CBD Microsilver Intensive Hydrotherapy Mask. It's a mouthful. I just tend to call this the CBD mask or CBD Hydrotherapy Mask. This is probably my favorite Glymed SKU. Maybe I think that and CBD Mist are tied for first, but this is essentially a nourishing mask. It also helps to support our skin's microflora, encourages a healthy environment in the skin. It also helps to plump the skin, help it heal from trauma, and aid in brightening. I feel very strongly that everyone needs a hydrating mask in the winter time. As the air gets colder and drier, it tends to pull moisture out of the skin. Not to mention, a lot of us are taking hot showers, hot baths, really blasting the heater. I know I'm definitely guilty of that. So we want to support the skin with hydration, both in your daily routine and by supplementing with face masks. I really love wearing this mask 2 specific times a day for me personally. One, first thing in the morning. I am a morning mask person. I find when I wake up in the morning, my skin it's most dehydrated after a night of sleep where I've lost water. That's when people tend to wake up with dry patches or just that tight feeling where you might even notice little lines on your face that are not true wrinkles. They're kind of just dehydration. So I love to apply this mask in the morning. I'll usually do my cleanse, apply the mask, wear it for an hour or so, and kind of just go about my morning, make a coffee, drink some water, make breakfast. Then I will rinse it off and get into the rest of my routine. This mask can stay on the skin for a couple of hours. There's nothing you need to worry about there as far as exfoliation. But after I rinse it off, my skin feels so much more ready for my skincare. I feel like it penetrates better. My makeup looks better. So this kind of just helps me to look nice and plump and hydrated. Second situation I love this mask for is taking baths. This is like my designated little bath mask. I have bottles all over my house. But if you like to take baths, it's very important to have something hydrating or exfoliating. If you're doing your exfoliation that night, have something on the skin while you are in the bath. Otherwise, moisture gets pulled out of the skin. So this is what I apply in the bath, and I personally can tolerate this mask every day. I feel like this is a mask that pretty much everyone could use and incorporate. Again, always patch test, but it's amazing for aging support, for acne prone skin, because with acne prone skin, there's such a misconception. All you want to do is throw active ingredients on there, but the other half of that battle is supporting the skin as much as you can, really flooding it with hydration and barrier support so that it can tolerate those actives. This product also contains CBD. CBD is amazing because we all have our own endocannabinoid system. So when we use CBD, our body can use it to help regulate and support any type of imbalance. So whether you're super oily or super... The thing I also love about this mask is it contains the highest grade of CBD. CBD is amazing for balancing because we all have our own endocannabinoid system. So whether you are very dry or very oily, CBD can help your own body to regulate. And it also contains microsilver. Microsilver is known for its long-standing antimicrobial properties, so also very supportive for acne and also aids in healing against stressors such as, for those with rosacea, I like to incorporate this mask very frequently to make sure my skin has a lot of support and hydration. It's Promise CBD Facial Mist. Next, where to start? I feel like I love this product so much because it really marries results with cosmetic elegance and experience, which is usually secondary for me because results are the most important thing with what I choose to put on my skin, but who doesn't want a good experience at the same time? CBD Mist is that girl. She is my highest selling SKU. She really does it all. I spent a little time talking about her on my latest podcast episode. My podcast is called The Treatment Room, by the way. It's for skin professionals, skincare lovers, just everyone who wants to get together and talk about skincare, basically. But I put this on my stocking stuffer gift guide, and I think it would make an amazing gift for any type of skincare lover. It does target acne, it targets aging concerns, it targets hyperpigmentation, it targets dryness and dehydration, and it also targets firming and lifting the skin. Such a healthy product to incorporate for barrier support and just giving your skin that glow, hydration, and also helps to combat PIH and PIE. I find with a lot of my acne clients, most of them are more concerned about the hyperpigmentation than the acne itself. So this is a really nice way to supplement any brighteners, tyrosinase inhibitors, acids, retinol that they might be using. And again, always make sure they're getting tons of hydration along with their active ingredients. But this is one of those products you really have to try for yourself to get it. I know I saw all the girls on Instagram using this product before I eventually took the plunge and bought it for myself. It is on the pricier side. I believe it's $83. You want to think of it as more of a serum in a mist form. If a client just looks at this and sees that it's a mist or a toner, they're going to be confused why it's $80, but this is a product that really does make an impact when it comes to pigmentation, oil imbalance, wanting to lift and tone the skin. So it's a product that's totally worth selling as a result-driven product along with being a balancing, hydrating toner. And I haven't really seen anything like this on the market. That's my foster pup squeaking, but you can use this from head to toe. So again, back to my theme of treating the whole body. I spray my face, I spray my neck and chest, and I spray my entire body with the CBD mist. Then I do my Fulvic Elixir, and then we're gonna start doing the SPF. So also a great way to treat the body that is fast and efficient. A lot of people don't want to take the time to be blending in a serum or, to waste a precious serum on their body. So this is a good way to target any and all skin concerns, even body acne, by just doing a quick little spritz all over from head to toe. Looking for just more of a hydrating mist in the Glymed Plus line, and you're not looking for something as advanced or targeted, Skin Recovery Mist is also a great option. It is more budget friendly and it mainly prioritizes hydration and barrier support. It's not going to address hyperpigmentation or oil imbalance, so that is an option if your clients are on a budget and they just want something hydrating. I am a big fan of getting hydration in wherever you can. So after cleansing, after your hydrating mist, using a hydrating serum, and continuing the hydration through the routine. One thing I mentioned on my podcast, but I just want to make it super clear, is that those who are prone to a niacinamide sensitivity, or they tend to get really flushed from the vitamin B3, which is a common reaction, this is not the product for them. It's really hard to anticipate who that is going to happen to. So again, always patch test. I have heard some people say you shouldn't use it if you have rosacea because it can trigger flushing. For me, I find it's really the opposite, and the CBD mist really supports my rosacea. I think it tends to just be kind of one-off people who can't tolerate the niacinamide or coffee extract, which can also be a vasodilator and really cause flushing of the skin, which it does tend to go away. It's nothing to be too concerned about, but I notice it happens to maybe 1 in 8 people, 1 in 10 people, so you may want to warn your clients that is a potential risk factor of trying the product. And again, always have them patch test. Retinol Restart Rejuvenation Cream. I think this is a slept-on retinol. It's both very efficacious and very gentle at the same time. It's great for people who are new to retinol. It's great for people who just want a really good solid one that's also not going to burn their face off at the same time. But this is one that's really good for all skin types. Glymed makes both a serum and a cream version. The serum is a little more ideal if you're super oily, but I do find everyone tends to like the cream, and you can layer a moisturizer over top. If you are not familiar with retinol, it is one of our favorite ingredients as estheticians. It really acts like a drill sergeant for the skin, stimulating collagen production, really regulating oil and dead skin cell buildup. So in that way, it can be very helpful for acne. Again, going back to the oil and dead skin cells being part of the acne process, using a retinol is what can help with clearing. So that's why a lot of dermatologists will put their patients on a tretinoin for treating acne. This product, because I have no light, I'm struggling to find a little square of light, but I have to fit this in here. This is definitely top 10, maybe top 5 Glymed Plus products. I'd have to make a list to know for sure, but it's really up there. I will say my barrier is in a great place where it doesn't feel super compromised on a daily basis, but at a time, it absolutely was, and I still lean on this product if I feel like I kind of overdid it, or I've been, you know, walking in the cold and the wind. It's very cold and dry here in California. And lastly, a lot of acne clients are actually a true dry skin type. They were born with dry skin, or because of change in weather conditions, or just, you know, really needing to use their active ingredients, they might have dry, flaky skin. I have clients that tolerate their actives the whole year long, but then, you know, when it comes to the holidays, that really harsh cold winter time, their skin is like, help, I can't do it alone. That's where cell protection serum comes in. It is like liquid gold for barrier support. If you're feeling irritated or like you kind of pushed it with your active ingredients, you want to reach for cell protection serum, and this would be an amazing one in the treatment room because it just leaves the skin glowing, protected, vibrant, beautiful. That is it for my Glymed Plus haul. If you have suggestions for other types of content that would be helpful to you as a person who's passionate about skincare or an esthetician, please let me know in the comments. Hope you guys have an amazing holiday season. Love you, and I'll see you in the next one.